Sorry I'm late and pardon my patience. But I'm here. And yeah, I'm excited to be here with y'all. I'm excited. I definitely got a couple surprises for y'all. And yeah, nothing well, I guess they are major. So yeah, to get started, I don't know, there's a lot of energy if you can't tell, but I'll try to bring it in. We're gonna start with our presence practice, some deep breaths, and then some body scans. So my bad, I keep trying to figure out, is that good? Is there a center going? All right, so yeah, hello, I'm Mark, I'm your reader. You can also call me Easy and KK if you know something. But yeah, I'm excited to be here in the space with you guys. Welcome to Monday Magic, and yeah, let's get it in, y'all. To begin, let's do some deep breaths, get our flow going, get some movement into our bodies. Nothing major, just a little bit of flow. Feel the energy as you kind of move different parts. And, that feels really good. Can close your eyes. You can keep a little bit of movement going, a little bit. Get into that flow. All right, inhale. Exhale. Remember, exhales longer than your inhales, and that promotes relaxation. On the other hand, if you wanted to give yourself a boost of energy, you would do long inhales, short exhales. So do something like that, different variations of that, and then you'll notice that you start to feel a charge, and you'll definitely get going. But for this, we're gonna try to get relaxed, come into the present, let our nervous system know we're safe, let our body know we're safe. Yeah, set the tone for a good reading today. So inhale, exhale, and every time you exhale, make sure you're paying attention to your body. See if you're holding energy or tension anywhere, and on the exhale you're going to want to release it and allow those to melt away and kind of leave your energy and leave your body. So one more, inhale, exhale, last one, inhale, exhale. We're going to go right into the body scanning. I'm going to start at the top of our head and just bring your awareness as I make my way down and I name the different parts. Just kind of scan and just don't judge what you see, or don't start thinking about what you feel or what you notice, but just kind of sit with it. And if it's some tension or anything that can be released, allow it to go. Or if you notice anything needs a little awareness, a little energy, just pay attention to it and just consciously send some energy there. Breathe into that area, and yeah, allow whatever is there to relieve itself or to go, to pass, or whatever it is you may need. So let's get started. Start at the top of the head, forehead, your nose, then your cheeks, then your ears, go down to your chin, your neck, then your shoulders, your back, your arms, chest, your stomach, torso area, your waist, your hips, your butt, your thighs, like your quads, then your hamstrings, then your knees, then your shins, then your calves, then your feet, and then your toes. And when you're done, give them a little bit of a wiggle. Also go back up to your hands, give them a little wiggle, or roll your fingers. And then go back to your rocking. Before we end this, just really get a feel for that flow. And when you're done and content and you feel fully in this moment, fully in your body, then you can just be still and open your eyes when you're ready. Oh, hey y'all. See some people join since we started. How you guys feel? That feels good. Yeah, I definitely feel fully locked into the present right now. I don't know, even just opening my eyes back up, it felt like, I don't know, like I was in a whole different location versus like when I first got out here, and you know, I was ready for the reading. I just left my house, and just there was a lot going on that I wasn't necessarily, you know, just in this moment. But I don't know, opening back my eyes up, and it's just like, I don't know, the sun was a little brighter. The things I'm feeling are a little more, I don't know, I don't want to say potent or strong, but yeah, just everything's a little more sensitive and heightened. That's dope. So pay attention to how you guys feel. Like before you guys do your breath work, before you body scan, and then after. That's where the proof lies. That contrast. So, man, that being said, I definitely got some stuff planned for y'all today. Got the cards, but 1 second. I made my own oracle. I don't know how many cards are in here, how many different things are in here, but yeah, I sat here and like, there's angel numbers, there's guidance, there's, you know, different keywords and topics and concepts in here, and just, I feel like I'll end up continuing to add to it, but I don't even want to show y'all any examples. I kind of just want to, when it's time, when I start using them, just let it pop up and you see. But yeah, so I don't know. I never felt really called to make my own cards or anything before. I know it's a thing, so I felt like I would do it eventually, but it never felt like, oh, I should do this, or I want to do this right now, or anything like that. But I don't know. Today, just the energy and how I felt and everything, today was just a day. So yeah, I'm excited. I don't know how I'm going to incorporate them into the readings, as far as just to go with the tarot, but I don't know. I feel like when its time comes, I'll know exactly what to do. But yeah, that being said, thank you guys for being here, and thank you all for continuing to help co-create these readings and the space that we have here. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's so much I want to express, but it's like the words don't really do it justice. It's really just a feeling and a knowing and an experience that continues to keep unfolding to me. So it's like once I go to try to explain it or put in the words to just express the gratitude I feel, it doesn't do it justice, and I'll be searching for those words forever. So I'm just gonna trust that you guys understand and you guys feel it, and yeah, and that we're in this together. So you guys feel me. So that being said, welcome to Monday Magic, and it's time to see what's in store for us. I definitely have no idea what's about to come out today. I didn't come into today with any like messages or themes or anything I thought was gonna come out. But yeah, just in my own life, I see just the energy continuing to pick up, the shifts continuing to happen, the space being continued to be made. I'm continuing to step up to the plate, continue to step up to the challenge, and just I see that in the lives of others around me too, and just the things around me, all type of things. So I hope you guys are giving yourself credit. I hope you guys are being patient. My hair, what am I? I hope you guys are being patient with yourselves and trusting your process and trusting that it's all a part of the process. You're not doing anything wrong. You're not messing up, no matter how chaotic things may get. Yeah, just keep trusting yourself and keep trusting that all roads lead to where you're going. Spirit over here, like, you done? Can I come out now? They're being shy, so you know what that means. Temperance, balance is gonna be huge this week, y'all. And it's in your hands to keep the balance, to restore the balance, however it may resonate with you. But understand that the divine support and the help of the divine and God and the universe assisting you will not always look all magical. Like sometimes it'll look very grounded, very earthly. Like sometimes it's really just that person who just, oh, do you need help with something? And then they help you. Like it's not always gonna be like, oh, I looked up and I saw this angel number and then, you know, this came shooting down from the sky and land. Like, you know, it's not gonna be all that. It might be something that looks completely mundane, but that's God too. And there's no separation as far as, you know, everything in God. So any assistance that shows up is divine assistance. Any love that shows up is, you know, divine love and support and all that. So understand that you also might want to get clear on what you're asking for, because you might be like, I want only the divinest of love, the most, you know, love that, the most highest of love. We can just start there. But it's like, but it's important for you to know that all love is love, and that it all comes from Source and God. And you may not see it as good, or you may not see it as bad, but it's all one. So if what you're really asking for is a love that pours into your cup, that makes you feel full, that make a love that's gentle, then say that, ask for that. But understand that if you're just asking for a divine love, what you might get is a lesson to teach you that it's all divine love. So if you want something specific, ask for that. And understand that there is no separation. So if you don't get clear on exactly what you want, you might get a manifestation that doesn't necessarily match. Yeah, but understand that this is a divine process, restoring the balance and pouring into your cup, while also pouring into, you know, the world around you, physical and spiritual, is important, and that balance is important. It's going to be very key this week. So the guidance here really is just get clear on where exactly you are, like in your inner world, emotionally, as well as energetically. And that's going to be where you start before you kind of reset the scales, by getting clear on where you are, who you are, what you want right now, because it may be different than what you wanted yesterday, what you wanted last week, what you wanted the week before that. So definitely take your time and get clear on who you are, even if you feel like you got clear on who you were yesterday, because you're not that person. So your needs might have changed. So right now it's very important for you to continue to assess that and allow yourself to change and evolve and honor that. So don't try to be the same. Don't try to treat yourself the same as what's worked in the past, because you might just be different. What if you don't have the word to ask for what you want, but the knowing, does that still count? Like the universe guide your mind? For sure. In those situations, I would say feel into it. Because words are not the source itself. Like, words are tools to help you communicate what you're feeling, but even if you did have the words, you saying exactly the right way may not even do it justice. Like, I love you is everybody knows what I love you means, but it's like there's levels to that. Me saying I love you and this I love you and then another I love you might be two completely different things, but I can never truly make you feel exactly what I feel when I try to communicate that to you. So based on that understanding, like, yes, the words, if you don't have the words, just feel into it and trust that it's being communicated, because that's what's real anyway, the feeling and what you feel inside that you're trying to, translate and process to be able to express. But the feeling it's its own thing, and the expression is only an expression of that. It'll never match anyway. So yeah, you definitely can. You don't need the words as far as asking for what you need. Just feel into it and allow your heart to be read. Allow your heart to communicate what you're trying to say, and then trust that it did that, because that's gonna be the biggest part. Being able to let go and not block yourself by overthinking it or feeling like, oh no, like, do they really get what I was saying? Because they do. They know your heart for sure. So that's a really good question, though. And that's definitely something I think about all the time. I'm like, I don't know, because I get in the habit of like wondering, making sure of just assessing myself, and like just if I need to ask for things as far as spirit and stuff like that. But I also trust that, like, I feel like I spend a lot of time setting those intentions, and I have that clear destination in mind and the things I want. And I feel like I do a pretty good job communicating that without being like, oh, can I get this, or I want this, or what's up with this, But more so in my actions, more so in feeling those things and sitting with them and giving them space to exist within me, which will thus allow them to have space to exist without as well. So yeah, I would just say just focus on the energy more so. The words aren't there. Yeah, King of Cups. You're being called to own what you're feeling, whether that be just to yourself or to other people around you or whatever. Your feelings are valid just because they exist. You don't have to be able to make them make logical sense for you to honor them. So just because you feel this, but you may not have the words, or it may not make sense that you feel that way based on what you feel like you have access to or whatever. Like, say you're feeling really sad or whatever, but if you think about it, you're like, why do I feel sad? Like, I have everything I ever wanted. I got the house, I got the car, I got the loving relationship, I got the kids, on paper you have everything, like you should just be happy, right? But that's not how things work. So understand that the logic and everything doesn't have to add up for your feelings to be valid. You could literally have everything in the world, everything you ever wanted, and feel sad and be like, I'm sad, I'm not happy. And hey, that's the truth, so that's valid. So own how you're feeling, and don't let anybody else make you overthink it or make you feel bad about it. Because that strength of owning how you're feeling is what allows you to continue to create, what allows you to continue to experience the things you want to experience. So definitely just remember that, because it's easy to forget that, and there's a lot of pressure always to kind of abandon yourself and to not be too emotional and just kind of keep the peace. But understand that there's no room for that anymore. That may have worked before, and that's cool, but now we're reaching new levels of depth within ourselves and our relationships and our experiences, and that only comes through authenticity, that comes through raw emotion, and honoring exactly what you're feeling. So do that. And got the two wands on the bottom. So the world is yours. You own how you're feeling because your reality is your reality. It's your truth. And you owe it to yourself and the rest of the world to honor that. So don't allow, like I said, don't allow anyone to minimize how you're feeling or make you feel crazy for feeling it, or make you feel like there's no room for you to be at your fullest and your most raw, your most vulnerable, because that's the exactly we need. And you can't afford to minimize. You can't afford to shrink. You can't afford to not show up right now, because I don't know, you're someone with an important job to do. You being in your fullest is exactly what the world needs, exactly what you need, exactly what your family needs, exactly what your city needs, everything. So the longer you take to own it and show up full 100%, the more, the longer it takes for everyone to benefit off of what you're here to do, because you are here to help. We all are here to help each other. We're all here to make this world a better place for each other, as well as for ourselves. So the longer you take to own yourself and to show up whole, the longer the next person is going to take, the longer the other person over there is going to take. And it's like, you really can't save the world by saving yourself, because you're one less person that's upholding the idea that we have to shrink and self-sacrifice in order to have a life worth living, or the fact that shrinking and leaving parts of yourself behind and fitting into boxes is just life. So the more you affirm that by holding yourself back, the longer it's going to take before we all know a world where everybody is free to be themselves. So yeah, if you want to help the world and you want to make this world a better place, the best thing you can do is be you 100%, and let other people know and that they can do the same. And yeah, the more people we do that, that's more. When one person touches one person, that touches two, that touches three, touches four, touches five, then you're gonna have whole cities that are just fully authentic and awake, and everybody's moving in love and in source energy, and it's just like, dude, that's amazing. I feel like that's where we're headed. But it takes conversations like these, it takes people receiving information like this, it takes people continuing to choose themselves over and over and over and over and over and over again. And I know that's where we are right now. So just remember that this week. Own how you feel, and know that, hey, that's the most divine thing you could ever do for yourself, for the world, for society, for your auntie, for your brother, your cousins, everybody. It all starts with you, and you can really free the world by freeing ourselves. If we all sat there and was like, you know what, I'm gonna do the work to unpack who I am, to remove all these layers, and to truly be myself, unadulterated, unfiltered, unapologetically, watch where that goes, and watch how that spreads like wildfire. Make sure y'all are embracing silence too. That's where all the magic is. Because if you're always talking, if you're always moving, you're always doing something, you're missing the universe flows is much slower than how they have us moving out here. So if you're only moving fast, only keep moving as fast as you feel all the time, because you're sometimes going to be uncomfortable to stop and slow down. But you can't give in to that comfort and just be like, fuck it, I'm going to just keep moving. Because it's like, the speed of miracles, the speed of divine guidance, the speed of your intuition, all that is slower than that. So you're gonna miss it if you're constantly moving, constantly keeping up with how they have you moving, which is the point. So if you look around, you're keeping up with everybody, you're moving, like, you might want to look in the mirror and make sure, that that's what you want to be doing, and not just the default or what they have you doing. Because like I said, when you slow down and you spend time in silence and you just move a little slower, you'll hear your guidance a little bit better. You'll see it a little bit better. You'll have more room to think and like pause and be like, what am I doing? Or how do I feel about this? Or what do I think about this? Or where do I want to go next? But if you're always moving, like, the thoughts at that speed are not bad. Like, they're much faster, And then by the time, like, you even start to think, it's like you're probably tired, you're probably burnt out, and now you just want to stop. And then, you just go to sleep or something, and then, I don't know, but definitely spend time in silence, even if you have to schedule it at first, Like, boom. Spend 5 minutes not talking, not looking at a phone, nothing, just sitting there. Start light, start with 2 minutes, whatever it is, but definitely foster a relationship with silence, and then foster a relationship with stillness as well, because there's definitely things for those things to teach you. So yeah, silence and stillness are hell of a teachers. They're damn, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, so get comfortable with them, foster a relationship with them, get to know them, figure out what you like about it, what you don't like about it, see who you are in those spaces, see where your mind goes in those spaces, and just get to know it. And then from there, you'll become more comfortable with it, and then you'll be able to experience all that it has to offer. The devil. Don't get too lost in your mind. Understand that the way we've been using our minds, just generally, everybody's different. Not everybody has the same conditioning. Not everybody's at the same stage, or none of that. So understand that the way we've been using our minds, just generally speaking, it's been blocking us. Like, it's been creating unwanted experiences. It's been creating unnecessary obstacles and strife and issues and things to overcome and all type of things. So understand that the first step in taking control of your life, creating something different for yourself, is to know that. How you've been thinking, the thoughts, how you've been processing things, all that is leading to outcomes that are not necessarily ideal. So the best thing you can do is to get in there and start to learn, start researching yourself, like start observing yourself, start deep diving into yourself, start asking yourself questions about how your mind works, what have your experiences been, why you think certain things, if there's a certain cycle you've been stuck in. Take notes on that, like, damn, okay, when did this start? When did I first meet a person like this? Okay, when did I first start abandoning myself? When did I first start saying yes to things I feel a strong no to, but I still say yes? Like, really get into that type of energy and see what's there. And then you'll start to see some of the programming pop up, because that's where it all lives. And it's like, wow, like, dang, I've been doing that since then. Or there was that one moment, and then from then I never did that again. Like, really going back and really being honest and uncovering some of that stuff, because you'll see the program, you'll see the devils in your life, you'll see the energies that lead you to places you don't want to go without you even thinking about it. You'll see the energies that pop up when things are good and sabotage the whole thing. Like, but that won't come unless you do that, because it's not meant for you to see it. It's subconscious. Like, it's meant to just be operating, But at this point, if you want different, you have to kind of go into the programs. You have to go into your shadows. You kind of have to go in and recalibrate. So understand that this is what this devil card is calling you to do. It's calling you to see it for what it is, and understand that there is nobody just doing things to you. There isn't things that's just happening to you. But understand that the call is coming from inside the house. Like, your inner world is definitely creating your outer experience. So you need to go in there and become familiar with it, because then it'll help you make sense of what's going on outside. You'll start to see it the same way. You'll start to see those same reflections that you saw inside of yourself on the outside, and you'll start to see where things are coming from, what they're tied to, and that'll also help you understand how to move further, and it'll help you understand what lessons things are trying to teach you. Because when you notice an outer experience has a direct correlation to this inner feeling in this part of the body, or from this experience back then, you know how to move in order to remove the block. because you know its root and you know what it's trying to teach you. You know what it's calling for. You know what it needs or what you were missing at the time where that started. So it's like, okay, I can just give that to myself now, and boom, that unlocks everything. That releases the block, and it's like that probably all whatever it wanted was just an attention. Like it may have been something you just pushed down so long ago and never dealt with. So now it's just been playing out over and over and over again, trying to get out of your body, trying to get you to heal it, trying to get you to see it, incorporate it, and then grow. But if you never do that, you'll be stuck, in cycles. You'll be stuck in shackles that you don't even see. You'll be stuck, in something that feels good. Like, look, he's got a whole companion down there. There's some flowers at the bottom. Like, but they're whole ass in shackles. There's a whole devil over them. But you can't see it. You cannot see it if you don't look. If you're scared to look, you're scared to face it all. If you're scared to just take ownership of the fact that, hey, I possibly did create all these issues in my life. I possibly did have a hand in it. If you can't even just accept that possibility, you'll never be able to free yourself. At least explore it. At least go, okay, let's say I am responsible for every bad thing in my life. Why would I possibly do it? And see. And I guarantee you, whether you believe it or not, you'll be able to come up with some reasons about, okay, how could this have been beneficial? What could I have been trying to teach myself? What could I have been trying to get myself to see? And you'll come up with answers. Whether, and it's just like, just allow yourself to see what could be there. And I promise you, just that alone, when you do find something and you realize, okay, maybe that's all it takes to free yourself, for things to kind of go differently, for things for cycles to finally end and let's set you free and allow you to move forward from it. So this week, just pay attention. Just not even just pay attention. I challenge you to go within. Like, spend some time this week. Just even if you want to wait till something comes up and it's like, let me look into that. That's fine too. If that's how you feel called to do it. But yeah, either way, definitely spend some time inside. Get your paper down. Write certain things, your experiences, cycles you notice you've been stuck in, and all that. And just kind of go down the rabbit hole. Trace all that stuff backwards, see where it came from, see what answers come up, and trust them. Trust what comes up. And just humor them and see where it goes this week. And if next week or the week after that you're like, okay, that's cool. But just give it a try. And I strongly feel that through this exercise you'll find answers to questions you probably didn't even know you had, things you probably didn't even know you needed, but definitely do it. See. Yeah, I promise you, we got the power to do everything, man. To learn everything we want to learn, to process whatever we need to process, heal whatever we need to heal. We just have to know that and, trust ourselves and be willing to go down the rabbit hole and get lost in it and not be able to control it all. Just to, let me just show up and see what's there and sit with it all and trust that through me feeling it all and just me being there, that I'll end up more myself. I'll end up closer to where I'm trying to go. It will never be a negative thing. It will never, spending time with yourself and learning yourself, and that will never lead you further away. Like how? Because at the end of the day, every day you wake up, you're yourself. Every day, everything that happens affects you based on your perception, how you see it, your experiences before, all that. Like, your entire experience here, your entire reality is based on you. So you spending time getting to know yourself is how you get to know your experience. Because at the end of the day, the things that hurt you. Like, yeah, there's some things that we all agree on, but there's someone who doesn't feel that way. Like, there's someone who, I always use the punch in the face example. But it's like someone punches you in the face that hurt you, that you generally would see that as a bad thing, a disrespectful thing, a terrible experience. But there's somebody who doesn't see it that way. I don't know where they are, but there's somebody who sees that and they say thank you every time, and that's like a compliment to them, or that's how they say they love you, or whatever the hell, and it's like, that's their reality. So it's like they might be walking around getting punched all the time, but they might feel the most love. They might be the brightest light on the planet because, like, in their eyes, everybody loves them, because they're getting punched in the face. And I know it's a silly example, but that just goes to show that your reality is your reality. Like, I know it's easy to generalize things and be like, this is good, that's bad, but it's like, at the end of the day, just because everybody agrees on it, there's some people who don't, and that doesn't make their reality not valid, because it doesn't agree with the masses or it doesn't operate the same way. So take ownership of the role you play in your life and your experiences, and understand that the more you get to know yourself, the more you are getting to know this world around you, because the only common denominator in this world around you that you experience is you. You'll never experience any of this world without you being a part of that experience, you know? Like, you can't separate any of it from yourself. If I see a dog and I'm afraid of dogs, I can't really take that part away to see the dog. Like, you know, the fear is gonna come up when I see the dog, you know? So it's like, dogs themselves aren't necessarily scary, but you've only experienced them through your fear of dogs because you have a fear of dogs. So it's like, that's your world. So yeah, I don't know if that's all clicking entirely, but yeah, I'm just saying that spend some time with yourself in order to understand your world, because you is what's making all this mean stuff. All of this stuff, what it means and how it affects you, is based on you. So if you don't know yourself, you're going to be limited in being able to process this world around you. So yeah, it's definitely in your best interest to get to know yourself and to deep dive in, you know, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and to own it all and allow it to all be. Yes, you can change what you want to change, but there's a certain amount of acceptance and surrender that it takes to truly live and to truly to be present with the experience of life, to be present with the world, and to just experience it. There's a lot going on. Male lady just pulled up on my right side. There's like a stork or something over here walking around looking like a Pokemon. Yeah. Earlier there was stuff falling out of the trees on my head. Hey! Hey!
How you doing?
I'm good.
I'm gonna come over there, you know I am.
Nah, for sure. Once I saw you pull up, I was like, there she go. But I'm ready to pull out some of my Oracle cards, by the way. I definitely want to get those in the mix. The Chariot. This came up for me yesterday while I was journaling, actually. But you're going places, and they might not even be physical places like physical travel or anything like that. But understand, like, at a soul level, mentally, energetically, you're moving. Like, there's movement. You may be sitting right where you're sitting, but your mind might be in this place. Energetically, you might be feeling this person that you typically talk to. They might be feeling something, you're picking up on that. Yeah, you're a lot of places right now is what I'm hearing, and I don't want to say that's a good thing or a bad thing. I guess it just depends on where you want to be. Like, if you're trying to be present, you want to just be here right now, but you feel scattered and all over the place, that's why. It's because your energy is in different places. Like, you're not just in one place right now. There might be people thinking about you. Someone might be observing something you've created, listening to a song you made or something like that. So in that sense, you're kind of in a lot of places at once right now. So just kind of spend some time, if that's the case, spend some time with yourself, spend some time meditating, calling your energy back, and just kind of letting it flow in your own body. And just kind of sit in that presence. But for the other half of you guys, some of you guys are physically moving. Like, you've been in a place of kind of just waiting, but now you're headed into more of a masculine energy, more of I want to go here, so I'm going there, I'm going to do these things in order to bring this in. And that's what you're being called to do right now. So either way, definitely, I feel like the first thing to do is to sit with yourself and just get clear on it. Get clear on how you're feeling, get clear on what you want, how you want to feel, and honor that. What if that means do something now, do it. If that means rest, do it. If that means, I don't know, hit up a friend and discuss the plan and invite them to go on the journey with you, then do that. But either way, there's movement going on now. And yeah, the best thing you can do is embrace it. See what happens, see what's next. So,
Twitch.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna say, hi, my Twitch fans.
How y'all doing today?
The
This my
reunion.
friend.
Hi, you.
It's my bestie, y'all.
I was definitely wondering when I was gonna see you again. I feel like last Monday it was too loud over here. So I wasn't
What time you be
over
out here? I be coming early, late. I don't know.
1 typically.
One?
Yeah.
You know, I ain't gonna tell her where I be at 1. Sometimes I start my route at 1 o'clock.
So you started?
Sometimes.
Oh,
Now last week I was out here at 7 o'clock.
yeah. 7?
8.
What the hell?
Go ahead, give me my caller today. What's
Oh,
up,
you
my
ready?
teach mans? Yep. Let's see what he got to say about me, y'all. I'm so hot.
Ace of Pentacles.
What's the Ace of Pentacles?
There's an opportunity here.
Ooh. I received it already.
Yeah, it seems like something you've been waiting on. But
Mm.
it's being handed to you. Like, it's not something you have to go find or go seek out. All you have to do is, like, this door that's there. You just kind of have to walk through it and go get it. Yeah, showing up is really all you have to do, but you do have to show up. Like, doing nothing and just sitting around waiting is not going to get it done. But it's not something you're going to miss either. Like I said, you don't have to go looking for it. It's going to present itself. And all you have to do is be like, yes, and show up and know that it leads to everywhere you're trying to go. It may not be super obvious. It may look like, an invite to this place, but it's going to be in alignment to how you want to feel. And then when you show up, you might meet a person, or, it might lead to the next thing that leads to everything.
Right.
But it starts with this one opportunity that's here.
That door.
Exactly. So you just have to show up and trust and be open to whatever is wanting to find you.
It's gonna be that one door though that's gonna open up paradise. That's what it look like.
Yeah, exactly.
That one door that's gonna open up the paradise. Okay.
All you have to do is walk through it, though.
I
It's closed.
received that message, y'all. Y'all better give my boy. I received that message. Oh, it's so hot. Okay. Well, y'all have a great day. Let me see if my tweet. What y'all said? Let me see.
You're not saying nothing.
They're not
right
saying
now. That's
nothing?
from earlier, yeah.
Is anybody on there? It's two
It's
people.
2 people right now.
Hey, y'all speak to me. Speak to my friend. Y'all, my name is Lola. If you didn't know, I'm Lola the Bunny. And it's hot out here. It's like 100 degrees out here.
It's
And
definitely hot.
I commend my boy because he do this faithfully.
Oh, look, there you go. Hey.
What they say, hey. Y'all gonna add me on Twitch? I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna say.
You got a lot to say.
I
You
know.
be on Instagram.
Let me tell you,
You doing your thing.
Let me just tell you, I just made a post, right? And I was playing with the people. And I said, y'all, I just ran out of gas. I was like, and I left my debit card and I ain't got no cash at home. So I'm trying to figure out who's gonna help me. Y'all finna help me? I ran out of gas. My truck.
In the mail truck?
Yeah. I ran out of gas.
And that's on you to put gas in it?
Yeah.
How that makes sense?
Nah, that's see how you so confused? That's what I want people to be confused so they can ask me questions. Make them engage with me. It's called reverse psychology. Go ahead, babe. I'll
Ace
see you
of
later.
Swords.
Ooh, who's
Another
that for?
ace. That's for all of us. Opportunity. Share your thoughts. Speak freely. Yeah, the more you allow yourself to be yourself and
It's like the
shine.
same card too.
Yeah, it's another ace. So aces are typically like opportunities and like divine like chances to do something, but they typically take you having to own them and go after them. So it's dope that you got here and 2 aces immediately.
Yeah, that's for me.
Yeah. Keep showing up. Keep letting me be you. Don't hold yourself
Keep
back.
going. Where you got that from?
This?
Amazon? Yeah.
I don't even know. It's my sister's.
Oh, it's very sturdy. I like it.
Yeah.
EUCOS. All right, babe. I'll see you later. You have a great day, okay?
You too. Be
Okay.
safe. But yeah, keep showing up. Keep trusting yourself and just keep allowing it to flow. This is an opportunity, and all it takes is for you to know that you are enough. Don't hold yourself back. Please don't hold yourself back. And the more you can be like, whoa, like I just let go and I don't even know what just happened. Like, that's good. That's really good. 'Cause I feel like it's easy to get in the mind and try to control everything and try to, in the name of, intention. But it's just like, there's a certain amount of flow that needs to be able to happen. Like, birds don't sit there and spend a lot of time thinking about how to fly or where they're going to fly or if they even know how to fly, or if they're going the right way, or like, if their wings are going to fail them today. Like, oh, my wings don't fail. Like, I've never been a bird, I'll be honest, but I don't believe that they sit there overthinking in that way. I don't think they sit there and use their minds to do that type of thing. So understand that you are a part of nature too. You are an animal too. Like, there's a certain amount of universal flow that you have access to as well, just from being on this planet, being a part of everything that is. So understand that you don't have to live that way. You don't have to sit there and think hella hard about every decision you make or anything like that. Like, you can really trust what you feel. You can think a little bit, make decisions, do your thing, but understand that you're hooked up to all this stuff. Like, you're not separate from it. So understand that just like the animals don't have to sit there, they know exactly what to do, they do their thing. Trust that you can operate that same way. You know exactly what to do, you know exactly what you want. Like, you got to get clear on where you're trying to go and what those type of things. But after that, trust that. You know how I feel about that rustling. But trust that, trust that, and trust those desires, trust those urges, and trust that those are a part of your guidance. Trust that those are a part of your connection to everything that is divine, and that, those things lead you to where you want to go. So, just trust yourself, please, y'all. If you're gonna trust anybody, it might as well be you. Like I said, you spend yourself every day with yourself. You know yourself better than anybody could possibly know you. And you know how your world operates, and you've been there for every day of it. There's no way you never missed a week, you never missed 10 days, like nothing. So it's like, and even like if you were in a coma or something and you weren't, actively participating in all it, but that wasn't a part of your world, right? You only know that stuff happens because somebody else told you, because it was a part of their world. It wasn't a part of your reality. Like, you weren't there, you didn't experience any of that. So understand that you always know what you need to know. Understand that you are the center of your universe. You are the operating system of your universe too. So understand that you get to decide how your world works. You get to decide how your reality works. And it doesn't always feel that way, for sure. But hey, trust it. Give it a try. Like I said, I don't want anybody to just accept anything I say at face value. I expect, because what I'm saying is big things. What I'm saying is not the norm. What I'm saying is not what we're all raised to believe. So it's like, I want you to challenge it. I want you to have discernment. I want you to do your own experiments and come up with your own conclusions. And that's exactly what I want, because that's how I got here. I didn't just take anything that anybody said. Yeah, I'm not making this up, but these are things that I've learned from other places. I've learned from practice. I've learned from trial and error and all that. But understand that it took that for me to know it and hold it true in my heart. So I'm not asking you to do anything different. Yes, I want you to have discernment. That's the most important thing you can have, especially with me. So if you take these things and you're like, I don't know, all I'm asking is to go give it a try, see how it works. Act as if everything that you experience is a result of you. Fuck it, like, give it a week, 2 weeks. I would say give it 30 days, but if you only give it 2 weeks, give it 2 weeks. And see, I'm gonna act like, no matter how bad things get, I'm gonna act like it's all my fault. I'm gonna act like I chose this. I'm gonna act like I created this situation and sent it to myself. All that for 2 weeks. I'm gonna do that. No matter how bad it gets, I'm gonna say thank you, and I'm gonna treat it like that and see what happens. And I guarantee you, your experience here in this world and your reality and all that will be better than it has been. I guarantee it. So it's like, whether it's true or not, any of the stuff that I say, whether you believe it or you feel like it's far-fetched or whatever, I guarantee you that your quality of life will improve. It will improve, whether you feel like it's true or not. Like, let's say I'm wrong as fuck. Even if I was wrong as fuck about everything I've ever said, if you gave it a try a little bit and like went into it, I guarantee you that you would still improve. You would still experience an improvement of quality of your experience. I'm willing to put whatever money on that, for sure. So my thing is, understand that you can try all these things. No one's telling you it has to be law. Nobody's telling you it has to be, the times of living like that are over. Like, lean into what feels good, lean into what makes sense to you, what resonates with you, and build your reality around that. Take what works, leave what doesn't. You might hear 2 things in this video that work, take those and leave the rest. That's okay. But the fact that you took 2, you evolved and you became closer to yourself. And that's the goal here. A little bit closer every day, and that's it. I feel like we get caught up trying to be perfect. We get caught up trying to, just become and evolve overnight. But it's like a little bit better every day. You're going to look up in a while and you're going to be a whole different person. Strength. and the Six of Cups. Don't be afraid of your own voice. Don't be afraid to see just how much of what I'm saying rings true, you know? Because at the end of the day, what I'm saying all boils down to you are empowered. You have a say in everything. You have a say in your life. You have a say in your world. None of this is just something you have to deal with, I promise. I promise you that. This is you showing you who you are. Look, this is the infinite version of you. This is you who knows everything. This is the you that's connected, who knows exactly what's going on. And then this is the you who likes to be afraid sometimes, who likes to be small sometimes, who doesn't know who they are all the time, who may feel like a victim to circumstances at times. Like, look, he's roaring, he's a lion, he's made to roar. Why does he look like he's afraid? Why does he look like he's not familiar with his own voice? That's some of us sometimes. Like, we're lions and we're having to be convinced to roar. Like, someone's having to open our mouth and tell us to let go, like, as a lion. That's kind of funny, right? It's like, why? Like, you're literally lying, dude. Roar and go eat some shit. And that's you. Go roar and go eat some shit, you know? But it's like, it's okay. There's no judgment here. There's time for us all to come to that realization when we do. And when we do, that shit's gonna be beautiful. We become infinite. We become free. We become love. We become God. We become source. We become everything. And all that separation that we experience goes away once we fully step into who we are. Once we fully step into the fact that we are connected to everything, then we get to see the proof of that. We get to experience what that's like. But as long as we pretend we're alone, we pretend like it's just us, and then, you know, we have to fend for ourselves and figure it out, that's what your life is going to be like. So even if you don't believe in any of it, like I said, just give it a try. Like, what do you have to lose at this point? I guarantee you expecting the worst, feeling disconnected, feeling like it's all random, and like, I guarantee you it won't be no worse than that. Give it a try. So, and that's the gift you're being given right now, is a choice to try something different, a choice to choose yourself, to choose your power, to choose the God within you, to really just step fully into your potential, because you have nothing to lose. Well, what's it gonna hurt? 2 weeks, a month, for the rest of your life. Like, bro, you can be like, no, forget this, and stay the same forever if you want to. Like, that's your prerogative. But all I'm asking for is you to give it a try. So, and it's not even just me. Like, you're here because, you know, you brought yourself here, your higher self brought yourself here, your ancestors, whatever, whoever conspired to get you here right now, to hear what I'm saying to you right now. This is what they're trying to tell you. What do you have to lose? I won't harp on it anymore, though. I feel like you guys get it. I hope you guys understand how important it is. But, oh yeah, I guess I put this in backward, but I wanted to come out again. This is your opportunity. Trust yourself. Show up authentically. What do you have to lose? Change the way you think. Change the way you show up. You'll change your whole world. You'll change your reality. Messages are interesting. I don't know. Things definitely feel different this week. I don't know. I don't even have the words to explain how they feel different. But I'm sure you guys, this feels different this week than if you've been, you know, tuning in every week and you've been like really sitting with the energy. I'm sure you feel it as well. But yeah, I don't know. The word mature, I just heard the word mature in my head. Pentacles, y'all. This is a new one for the channel. I don't think this card has come up, and for me, and I haven't seen this card in a while on my deck, honestly. But this is it. It's time to keep doing the work. Keep molding yourself. Keep deciding how you want to be. Keep deciding what you want. Keep deciding what you love to do, or not even deciding, but find out what you love to do. And understand that that's enough to sustain you. That's enough to lead you from point A to point B. because the energy in which you do something you love doing, the energy in which you show up for something you love doing is completely different than the way you show up for something you feel like you have to do, something you've committed to, something you feel like is required so you can survive. It's completely different. So please discover what you love to do and understand that that's what you're supposed to be doing. Your purpose lies there in the things you do. Your purpose is not going to be a bunch of stuff you don't want or stuff you don't like. That's not how this works. So understand that your purpose is going to lie where you find yourself at no matter what, when you're not even thinking about it, where your mind, or not your mind, but where you end up, even when you're far removed, and when you put it down for a long time, and you still find yourself back doing this thing again. You find yourself still learning about this thing, or you find yourself like, damn, every time you do it, time and hours just fall into nothingness. Like that's where you're supposed to be spending your time at. And understand that energy alone leads you nowhere but to riches, to abundance, to relationships with people who are like you, to everything you could ever want. Because that energy and that passion and the flow that comes when you're doing something that you love, dude, how could you not be successful at that? Think about it. Think about just anything you've ever done that you love, and how you, and just when you talk about stuff you love, like the way you talk about it, the way your face lights up, the way they can see all your teeth, the way you talk about it, oh man, you can start getting excited, you start doing that, and then look how the person you're talking to reacts to that. Like they can feel that, they get excited too, and it's like kind of like, even if they don't know what you're talking about, it's just like the fact that it gets you so excited, they can feel that charge, they can feel that energy within you. It's like, yeah, that's the energy in which you're doing that stuff. It has no choice but to be successful, because when people come across it, they feel that same energy, the energy they feel when you're talking about it. They can feel it in the product, they can see it in the product. The proof is in there. So it's like, you doing what you love and allowing that to sustain you, allowing that to create a life for you, is very undervalued, and it's going to be very important going into this next space. Understand that you're not going to create your abundance with a get-rich-quick scheme. You're not going to create abundance by focusing on getting by. You're not going to create abundance by playing it small. Like, your abundance is going to be on the other side of your love. It's going to be on the other side of your passion, your care, and all that. So understand that anything you're doing without that type of energy is not going to lead you anywhere far. So understand that the things that are going to sustain you long term, the things that are going to create long-term legacy for you and happiness and fulfillment, are infused with your love, are infused with your passion, are infused with your far-seeing vision, are infused with your light. So understand that anything you're doing without that stuff, I can tell you right now, it's not leading you to any of that. Because wanting doesn't lead to having. Wanting just leads to more wanting. Like, lack doesn't lead to abundance. Lack just leads to more lack. So understand that if you're wanting abundance, you're wanting riches, you're wanting love, you're wanting support, you're gonna have to be those things. And you're gonna have to infuse the things you make with those things. So, and the only way to do that is to do things you love, to do things you're passionate about. So when you're doing it, the love is flowing in there, the support is flowing in there, because you feel supported, you feel loved, and you're lost in it. You're not lacking anything, because you're so engrossed in the present moment as you're doing this thing that you need for nothing. You're not hungry, you're not poor, you're not lonely, you're none of that stuff. You're grateful, you're excited, you're literal love in that moment. So it's like, understand that everything that comes from this thing that you're making, this thing that you're doing with that type of energy, it's gonna be more of that. It's gonna be, because that's how energy works. So get clear on who you are, what you love to do, please, and do that. And do that relentlessly. Not because you want it to make you rich, not to force it, but simply because you love it. And continue to play in it, and continue to find new reasons to love it, and see it from different angles, and understand that you'll never go without that way. So, alright, that being said, I want to pull some of my little oracle cards. I ain't gonna lie to you. So, I don't know what's gonna come up, but hopefully we could get some, clarity on some of the things we've been talking about. And then after that, I think I'm gonna pull maybe one more card or two more cards, and then call it. So, but without further ado, look, this is them. Look, hey, okay now, no hurdle. Y'all are a part of history, man. Y'all are here for the debut of the Easy Oracle. Got birds flying and landing above my head. Definitely wish these were thicker, so they kind of hold their shape a little better, but it definitely works for now. Little starter pack. Sounded like Young Jeezy, but not like Young Jeezy at the same time. Young Jeezy might be significant. Young Jeezy the Snowman. The trap might be significant. Quiet. Guess they're waiting on me. Boom. 11-11. Yeah, this is definitely wish fulfillment type of energy that we're in here now. And I feel like it seemed like that from since we've started doing these Monday Magics. It seems like just getting clear on these last little things as these shifts are occurring. Because I feel like most of us are shifting. Most of us are experiencing changing in our realities and quantum shifts for a lot of us too. So I feel like right now this is kind of like doing the last things to release what needs to be released, getting clear on who we are, what we even want, where we're going, and all those last little logistical type things in order to actually be able to move in that direction. Because if you don't know where you're going, you don't know who you are, you don't know any of that, you're not gonna be able to quantum shift, because you wouldn't even be able to recognize, you wouldn't be able to recognize the moment when it came. I don't know if you guys have seen Everywhere, Everything All at Once, but you know how if you have seen it, I don't know if this is even a spoiler, but sorry. But in it, just to switch timelines and stuff like that, she had to do very specific things, things that she wouldn't have just done by happenstance. So when I say that, I'm saying if you don't know who you are, you don't know what you want, you don't know where you're going, I can present you with a million quantum shifts, opportunities to quantum shift, but you wouldn't even recognize them because you don't know where you're trying to go. So something that gets you there, you wouldn't see it as that. You don't know who you are, so something that only speaks to you, you wouldn't recognize it because you don't even know that part of yourself. So I could tell you exactly what to do, but you wouldn't know. So I feel like we've been in this space of just getting clear on those things, who we are, what we need, what we don't need, where we've been, where we're going, what we believe. I don't know if I said what we believe already, but just all that stuff in order so when this ship does come and when it does show up, we're able to take full advantage, and we'll be able to sustain being in our new timeline. We'll be able to sustain this new life and this new frequency that we've been cultivating. So yeah, the 11-11 energy to me just now at least just seemed like when you were a kid and it was 11:11 on the clock and it's oh, make a wish, but there's that split second where you have to even decide what you gonna want. You have to make the wish first and then you go make the wish, and if there's time left, you fulfill you send the wish out. But I feel like that's where we've been right now. Just that moment where boom, it just turned 11:11. We still have time to make the wish, but we have to get clear on what we even want, what we even need, all that. And then when we're done with that, it's still 11:11. We still got a few seconds left. All we got to boom. All right, I made my wish. So I feel like that's just the space we've been in, and just getting clear on what we want. Now I do feel like, I would say now I feel like it's time to make the wish, but I feel like we've already done that too, and now it's just boom. It's gonna be 11:12 soon, and we let it go and trust that it's showing up, and we just continue to do our part, continue to pay attention for the indicator, indicators that our shift is here, that our wish is here, and all that. So. Stop asking. You know, you already know. You know what you want. It seems, I'm also feeling like, yeah, it says stop asking. So it feels like someone knows what they want, but they don't know if they can just, if that's enough. Like, if just going after what they want is enough. That they feel a little bit of guilt, feeling like, okay, like this is what I want, but should I be doing that? Can I trust that? What if I'm wrong? What if I'm supposed to go do this instead? What if I'm supposed to just stay regular? Look, and the sun came out. What if I'm supposed to just stay regular? What if I'm supposed to, do the status quo and just accept this life and with my family and build a house and call it a day, But it's like, nah, what you want is, that's your guidance right there. Your heart is trying to tell you exactly where to go. And you already have that guidance, and that's enough. So stop asking for the divine to tell you, like, yes, do this, or yes, do that, or no, don't do that. Trust that. Trust your guidance, trust your desires, and allow it to work out however it does. And then when it does work out positively, which it will, you'll be able to trust yourself the next time. You'll be able to trust yourself a little bit more after that, and then the next thing you know, you're not asking for anything. You're just moving your guidance, you're moving your intuition, you're moving your desires. But that's not so easy at first. So your guidance right now is stop asking. Go. Just trust that your heart, act as if your heart is the only guidance you have. Like you're here. All you can do is follow your heart. And yeah, stop asking. That is all you have to do. The sun, your win is here. This is your new beginning. This is your rebirth. Understand that you're supported by things in all type of places. You're supported by the trees. You're supported by the grass. You're supported by planets in outer space. You're supported by the big star that this whole thing, that our planet revolves around. You're supported by the moon that revolves around the earth. You're supported by the air, the oxygen that we can't even see outside. You're supported by so many things and everything at any given time. And it's like, how could you lose? Like zoom out enough and think about it. Like, you can't lose. Keep doing what you love. Keep creating. Keep being that God that you are. And keep deciding what you want and accepting nothing less than that. And trust that these new beginnings are here for you. Stop asking and start living. Stop asking and start being. You know exactly how to be. You have the blueprint within you. And understand that your reality is designed to work how your reality works. There's nobody on this planet who can give you more insight into your reality than you can give yourself. I can say a bunch of stuff, but understand that I'm not saying anything that you don't know already. Because if I was just saying a bunch of stuff that didn't resonate, just a bunch of stuff, it wouldn't even hit you the way it does. The stuff that hits you only hits you because it resonates at a certain level. It's the truth at a certain level for you. And that takes you. So understand that you are the be-all, end-all of permission. You are the be-all, end-all of what's true and what's not true. Because what's true for me doesn't necessarily have to be true for you. And that's the only thing you can really hang your hat on. Does this work for me? Is this true for me? Does this match the reality that I'm creating? Does this match my reality that makes me feel empowered, that allows me to operate at my 100%? Because in all reality, you shouldn't accept anything as truth or as a reality that disempowers you. Like, it doesn't serve you to believe that you're weak. It doesn't serve you to believe that you're a victim of circumstance. Like, why? It serves you to believe that you have free will. It serves you to believe that you're supported by the universe, the world, the planet, by everyone on it, that the source is love. Like, it serves you to believe all these things. It serves you to believe that you have the power. So believe that and know it. And stop asking. Trust yourself. type of stuff written on these, by the way. You never know what's gonna pop up. I definitely know I'm gonna add more. So. Yeah, if you guys feel called to make your own oracle cards or get into tarot or any of that, definitely do it. I promise you, you guys can. I'm no different than any of y'all, you know. I just know who I am. I know what I'm capable of. I'm willing to, you know, dive in and go down the rabbit hole and explore all these things and see what's there. So, you guys do the same thing. Hey, no different, I promise. "333, you are divinely protected. You are divine protection as well. Understand that there's spaces you've been in that have been held down just because you were there. Like the universe has put you in places literally to raise the vibration of rooms, to raise the frequency of the people in it, to protect people at times, you know. Like, there's been spaces where you've been in and it's like, yo, the vibration of the room is so low. Like had you not walked in when you did, like, nothing, like, bad things would have happened. Like, I'm getting visuals of, like, maybe somebody comes in and the place gets robbed or something, or like people come in and now they're just fighting in there, just super toxic, low, you know, when you're in a space that's like heavy and very, very dense and things like that. Like, yeah, you've been put into spaces like that, not even like maybe for a few minutes. Like, you just walk in, you're like, dang, like, I'm just in here like to grab something. Maybe it might be just a little convenience store on a corner store, and you just walk in just to get something and leave. But it's like, yo, had you not walked in, like, you don't know how bad things would have gotten. But just that little walk in, you buying whatever, you saying hi to the cashier and leaving, like, that raised the vibration in there times 10. And it's like, that's how this life things works. Like, you never know how deep any one moment is. Like, for you, it's like, fuck, I just needed gas, and I just pulled up over here and I got gas. And it's like, damn, what neighborhood is this? Or like, what? I don't feel right here. I don't feel safe here, or whatever. But it's like, yo, you just don't know that God used you to save a life, and you'd have no idea. It's like you just being there changed the whole vibration of this area, and it's like that, you know, and that was enough to stop something terrible from happening. And it's like, you have no idea, like, your experience and the things you've actually consciously experienced and know happen is so little versus, you know, the nuance of life itself, and just the amount of things that you've avoided, that you were saved from, that being at this thing saved you because you were supposed to be here, but then you decided to go here, but you have no idea what even happened on the way there. Like, this life shit is crazy, bro. So understand that your experience and the things you consciously know is like, I did this, I did that, I did that, and did that. That's such a small percentage of the big picture of what's going on, what the divine uses you for, the places you end up at, and just all that. So understand that there's always more than meets the eye. So when things get too hard or things are piling up on you or whatever, hang your hat on that. That yes, that this is only a small part of the big picture. Like, I can guarantee you there's a part of the big picture that explains to you that where you are right now is perfect. Like, if you were able to see this part of the big picture, where you are right now would be easy to be at. You'd be grateful to be there. But you don't always get that, because how would you, you know? You don't always get to see all that, and it's not your job to see it. And that's where faith comes in. That's where that inner knowing comes in. So, and that has to be enough for you at times, you know? Just knowing that it's for a reason, knowing that the world is perfect, knowing that you're always exactly where you need to be, and that it's all for you, and it's all in your best interest. That has to be enough. Like, you're not always gonna have the proof, but understand that you don't need it, and that you feeling like you need it is limiting you, is blocking you. So cultivate that faith however you can, and understand that you are divinely protected, that you are divine protection yourself, and that you can hang your hat on that. And the more you can have that hindsight in the present moment, that, yeah, I don't know what's going on, but it's all going to be for a reason, the better your life will be, for sure. Better your experience will be, and you'll be able to hold space for true happiness and experience true peace. And it's your birthright. Like, you deserve that. And yeah, you just have to allow. So I'll pull one more of these and then one more tarot. Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all go. Stop asking came out again. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm getting from it this time. Like, I don't know. Maybe somebody heard all that and they was still sitting there doubting it, was still sitting there asking, or maybe literally sat there and went and asked for another sign. Like, okay, like, if this was really for me, let me get a sign or something like that. Stop asking. Like, you've heard it already. Like, there's nothing to do anymore at this point but follow the guidance and try something new. Remain the same. Like, but understand that remaining the same results in remaining the same. So it's like, there's nothing to tell you. It's like, you can try something new or you can stay the same. Like, that's the choice being presented to you at this point. So it's like, it's a matter of what you want. Like, there's no more guidance to come. There's nothing to tell you at this point, at least. You know, tomorrow there might be, but at this point it's like, yo, what are you gonna do? Do you want different or do you want to stay the same? Like, and you can stay the same. There's no guilt in that. There's no judgment in that. But you have to own it and own that that's the decision you're making. So I'm gonna show up and get one more, but if stop asking comes again, at that point I'll take it as a sign for me to stop asking, to close this down, and to allow, you know, God's people to go about their business, allow them to incorporate these learnings and get back to it, and, you know, get back to spreading that light everywhere else. So we'll see though. First, I got two things came out, but first one, zoom out. Yeah, just too close to a situation, and if you're trying to see something clearly, you're not gonna see it from being in your emotions, being in the issue, being in the problem, looking at it like this. Like, you're not gonna be able to see shit, and you're not. So understand that the first things first, and problem solving, the first things first, and, you know, seeing something for how it really is to zoom out, like, to get bigger than yourself. Like, if you're looking at it from like my eyes there, like, you're not gonna see it, but zoom out to like back there to where there's this is metaphorical, but like the camera back there that can see me sitting here, that can see this phone here, that can see everything behind there, and all of that. Like, that's gonna help you solve the problem. Because if you're just seeing it from here, you're limited, because now this is just a first person view. Like, I can see my phone, I know we're in this reading, we're here, like, I'm zoomed in. But if I zoom out, I can see, damn, this whole tree that's supporting me right here. I can see the ground supporting me under. I can see the tripod that my phone's sitting on. I can see the entrance to the community. I can see the playground behind me. I can see the houses behind me. I can see the road that allows me, you know, like, I can see more if I zoom out. And it's like, all that stuff is impacting me right here in this reading. Like, there's cars driving by that can distract me when they go. There's noises, added noises that I have to adjust for as I'm talking. But if I don't zoom out and I'm only just locked in right here with you guys, I might miss all that, and which will be doing me a disservice and doing you a disservice, because I have to be aware of all these things. Because the noise, I don't have to only see the noise when it gets in my ear, when it's so loud. It's right here. I can see, okay, there's a car coming from over there, and as it gets closer, I might want to start raising my voice a little bit, so by the time it gets here and it's loud, it doesn't matter. I've already made the adjustment, and you may not even notice it because you don't miss a beat. But if I'm talking like this and I didn't even notice the car until it was too loud, and then boom, it drives by while I'm saying something important, it's already lost. And if I wasn't even zoomed out enough to even kind of realize that would affect here, it would just be lost forever. Now I just go back to rewatch this video, and it's like, oh shit, they didn't get to hear what I said there. But it's like, that's because I was too zoomed in. And I just say all that to say, like, that's the same thing with life. Like, if you're too zoomed in and you don't understand the big picture of what this is all for, because none of this stuff happens in a vacuum. Understand that you met this person today, not by happenstance, but because of that shift you made last week, because of that adjustment you made the week before, because you broke up with that guy 2 days ago. Now you just so happen to meet this person who you just so happen to have space for in this exact moment, because you did just get out of that relationship, and boom, oh wow, they just so happen to, like, it really looks like that. Like, but it's like, no, the things you do don't happen in a vacuum. The choices you make trigger other things, and there's a domino effect for sure. And it's gonna look like happenstance. Like I said, magic looks very mundane, it looks very whatever, but true magic, it doesn't look like alakazam. Like, it doesn't. It's gonna look happenstance. It's gonna look coincidental. It's gonna look like all these things that are regular to the untrained eye. But when you know magic, when you really feel it and you practice it, and you know that you're living intentionally, then you can see it show up. So that's why zooming out and being able to zoom out is hella important. So when you're trying to problem solve, or when you're doing anything, just zoom out as much as you can, always. Like, understand that you need to be able to keep another perspective than just your 5 senses and just being able to see that I'm doing this exact thing right here. It's like, no, you gotta be able to zoom out, understand the big picture, the other energies at play, and everything. But that being said, the other one was 15 seconds. And for me, like, what I typically always say is like, yo, you're only 15 seconds away from a whole new life. Oh look, oh, man, that's dope. You're only 15 seconds away from a whole new life. Like, and that's generous. You're like 1 second away, 2 seconds away. Like, it doesn't take a lot at all. So it's like, bro, at any given moment, you need to have the faith. You need to show up prepared for miracles. You need to do everything prepared for that day to be the day. And that doesn't mean you're waiting on some type of outside source to come save you or change your whole life or anything like that. But it's just understanding that miracles happen all the time, and that your miracle can happen at any time, and being prepared to hold space for that. So this is just a reminder of that. Like, 15 seconds. Like, you never know how close you are. So it's like, don't spend any time being ungrateful for your life. Don't spend any energy worrying. Don't spend any energy in fear, because one, that takes you out of alignment to the good things that are gonna happen. So while you're feeling that way, they're definitely not gonna come. Like, your miracle's not gonna come in the middle of you being fearful as fuck. Like, it may come from that, like, because at the end of you being fearful as fuck, at the very end, you might be like, you know what, I don't have anything else to give, I give up. And that surrender and letting go allowed the miracle to come in. But understand, you being fearful, scared, and all that is not what did it. It's what happened at the end of that, where you were like, you know what, God, you got it. I don't know what else to do. And then it was like, okay, bet, thank you. And then do-do-do-do-do, and then boop, 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 and now you're like, whoa, what just happened? It's like, yeah, like, you got the fuck out your way. And that's all you've ever needed to do. Like, when you've done all you can do, like, I don't even remember how that shit ends, but just when you've done everything you can, just stand. Like, so it's like 15 seconds, trust that. Do your best, control things you can, and the things you can't control, understand they're not for you to control. If it was for you to control, you'd be able to. And if you literally sat there and did everything you could do, and that shit didn't work, the only option there is left is to accept the fact that there's nothing for you to do. Like, it wasn't for you to do, and that everything is exactly how it should be, and it's gonna be okay, and that you're only 15 seconds away. And if you stay in alignment, and you stay in high knowings, you stay in your heart, that 15 seconds will always be going. You'll always be closer. You won't be pushing it away. You won't be, what's the opposite of attracting? Like, with a magnet, you're pulling it in. You won't be, I guess, pushing it away, but yeah, you won't be doing that. You'll only be attracting it in. You'll be attractive, and you'll be fully in your energy. So yeah, 15 seconds, it doesn't take a lot. Like you check your email and then boom, like your whole world's changed because of one ass message that, you know, that means that has implications of, damn, I just bit my cheek. That has implications of, you know, further success and further moments and further things like that. But understand that can happen at any moment. Like just because right now is hard doesn't mean tomorrow will be. So as long as you make sure you keep that knowing, you'll always be in position for miracles, and miracles will always be in resonance with you and be able to show up. It is what it is, and that goes hand in hand with that too. Like, let go of the things you can't control. Do your best, show up, do what you're called for, and let the rest happen. Like, don't take responsibility for things that aren't your responsibility. Like, yes, like I said, we're creating our experience for sure, but understand that, yeah, sometimes it's not for you to put your hands on. Sometimes it's just you need to get clear, and then sometimes things just need to be worked out for you. And it's like, you'll know, like, if you're not feeling called to do anything, if you're not, you know, your heart's not saying go do this or do that, like, there might not be anything to do. You might just need to go rest. And then when you're done resting, you never know, like, the next part might be done, and now it's time for you to show up. But it's like, understand that there's a whole world out here too, and that everything happens in divine timing. Like, just because you're ready doesn't mean the world is ready for you, especially if your mission is to do something that impacts the whole world. Understand that that's a large stage to set. So that's going to take longer than if your purpose or your mission is just to impact your city, or just be a good dad in the house, or just impact your family. Like, that stuff, okay, like, cool. Like, that's going to be, there might be less wait time and gaps in between guidance and things being worked out. But if it's for you, you want to be a president, or you want to be an emperor, or you want to, you know, lead a nation, or lead the entire world itself, understand that the entire world has to be ready. So that wait time is going to be longer. So understand that that might take this government falling apart first, and this, you know, this law changing, which allows this to happen that wasn't allowed before. You know, it's going to have to be all those things, and then boom, it might be your time to go. So understand that the bigger your mission is, the bigger your purpose, the bigger you're trying to go, it's going to take more time, because it involves more players, it involves more characters, it involves more of a stage to be set. Because if your stage is the entire world, then the entire world has to be ready. And if you want something faster and quicker, then pick a smaller stage. Just start with you. Like, I just want to play basketball 3 times a week. That'll be an easy thing to, you know, that'll be a much easier shift to make, because that only requires you, you know, that doesn't affect necessarily anybody else's life, for real. Like, it doesn't require them to be ready. That's not much of a stage to set. Like, you could really just get up and just go do that. And it's like, wow, I made the shift. And it's like, yeah, cool. Like, that's good. That's no less of a shift for sure. But understand, if you're asking to be on the top of the world, and you want to be the best musician that ever lived, and you want to, you know, be #1 selling, like, okay, that's a bigger mission, and that takes more than just you being ready. That takes the world being ready too, and the stage being set for it to happen, and for it to happen with ease and in your best interest. Because you could do all that and be miserable. Like, you can be the best artist ever, and in the end you don't own any of your masters, and you know, you were involved in a lot of industry weird stuff, and then, you know, the system just chewed you up and spit you out, but you're the best ever. It's like, you don't want that. Like, you want it to happen, but you also want it to be in alignment with you. You want it to be for your highest good and all that. And that's a big stage to set. So give the universe some time, give yourself some time, because you have to become a certain person to be able to hold all that, sustain all that energy. So yeah, just be aware of what you're asking for. If you want a lot and you're asking for something big, be ready to learn big lessons and to practice big patience. So that being said, I'm just gonna call one more. I'm gonna read one more card, and then we're gonna call it a day. Thank you guys for being here. Today was definitely different and felt different. So I don't know. I appreciate you guys sticking with me. And I hope you guys, took away a lot of things. I feel like the messages felt different, but they were no less profound. I feel like they were just as big picture. Um, they also felt a little more grounded in a way too. I don't know. They just felt really different. But Ten of Swords. Don't overthink. Don't overthink and don't fall for the illusions of yourself making you feel like you're worse off than you are. You woke up today. Please trust that you're perfectly fine. Like, you have everything you need. If you feel like you're lacking a bunch of things, think about how much you actually need in this moment right now. Don't not that bill you have next week, or the money that's due 2 weeks from now, or a month you have this thing. But like right in this exact moment, you have exactly what you need to make it through this moment. I understand that that's all that's real, because the thing that's due next week, something could change. Like, you never know. So it's not useful to spend, yes, prepare for things that are coming, but it's not useful to spend that energy being fearful, because one, you're not gonna actually be able to do anything about the problem. Like, you're just gonna be afraid, but it's still gonna need to be dealt with, and the solutions you come up with in that energy are not gonna actually fix the problem. So the more you spend being down on yourself or hurting or being scared, the longer you're doing nothing but affirming your suffering and giving it more of a space to exist. So understand that in this exact present moment, you're fine, and anchor into that, and then do something that makes you feel good right now. And then when you do that, then you can you can go face these things. You can be like, all right, let me see if I can come up with a solution now. But understand that from that place of wholeness, from that place of happiness, that place of understanding that you're okay right now, you can solve this problem. But as long as you're afraid and you feel like this is life or death and whatever, that energy is not useful. It's only going to lead to more of that energy. So let it go. Do not be all in your head. Do not solve problems from the same vibration of the problem. Get into a higher vibration and then attack the problem. And realize that the solutions you come up with from there are going to be completely different. The help that presents itself is going to be completely different. On the bottom, we got Seven of Cups. Get clear on what you want. Get clear on where you're even trying to go. Get clear on who you are. And understand that there's all options for you. Understand that you're not limited. The universe has no limits on you. The bigger you can see, the bigger you can dream, the better. And then you can go get it. You can have everything. So yeah, this week, get clear on that. So when the things you want show up, you'll be able to recognize them. Because you won't be able to recognize them unless you know what you want and who you are and all of that. So yeah, that's gonna be important this week. Yeah, that's your messages. What's up? Do you guys want me to pull a card for y'all to read yourselves to close this out? Because that was supposed to be the last card, but yeah, part of me, it didn't feel that closure. I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling too complete. So I'm feeling like maybe it's because I didn't pull a card for you guys to read on your own. One card. Same card. That's why I didn't feel complete. Y'all know what to do. It's on y'all. I'm gonna be quiet. Seven of Cups. Give it a good read. Look around. See what you're drawn to first. Don't overthink it. Understand that you can see this card a million times and things you're gonna be drawn to are different, but you don't know that because you haven't been doing this. So just trust whatever you're drawn to, and just follow that energy. Just keep pulling the thread. You're gonna get whatever that first little thing is. Especially when you're first starting out, just follow it and just keep pulling until you feel like you got it all out, and that's your guidance. So I'm gonna be quiet. Do your thing. If you're still reading, you can go ahead and just give it a little pause. definitely super. Oh wow, 1, 2, or it said 1, 3, 4, 4, 5. I thought it said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I don't know. That still felt significant. But yeah, this is it, y'all. Whatever you got from this, trust it. Especially if it made you feel empowered. Yeah, it definitely shouldn't have made you feel fearful. Definitely shouldn't have sent you into overthinking. That's the type of stuff you wouldn't trust. I wouldn't suggest you trust. Yeah, guidance and energy like that is more subtle, more quiet. Yeah, more gentle and that type of feeling. So yeah, thank you guys. I trust that you guys got whatever you needed from that. And yeah, today was another good one. Like I said, it was very different. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's not all done here. I feel like there's a bit of processing that's going to take place after this, once we leave here, and kind of integrate the things that we kind of went over and just the energy in general. I feel like it's going to continue. This has felt like planting a seed more so. Like, you know, you're hearing certain things and certain things are being triggered, and then it allows, like, who knows, you might come across something later and be like, damn, like, that's exactly what he said, or that number, or that wording, or that verbiage reminds me of that thing earlier, and then, you know, and then now you give it whatever. But yeah, it feels like that type of vibe. Like, this was us planting a bunch of seeds and kind of, you know, bringing our minds to different places and walking that journey and kind of going with it. But I definitely don't feel like the job is done. I feel like this was point zero. And then now when we get up, we close, shut down, and go back to our lives and continue to think about what was said here and contemplate different things. I feel like there will be more integration that comes in that way. But yeah, be gentle with yourself. Definitely go drink some water. Get your flow going. Take a couple deep breaths. Meditate today. Do some yoga. All that good stuff. Pour into yourself. Do something you love. Go listen to your favorite song. Just love yourself extra today, please, for the rest of the day. I feel like that'll help you integrate a lot of things. That'll help you, you know, tap in with that love and that connection. And it doesn't take somebody else. It doesn't take another person. It doesn't take other things. You have all the ability to give yourself everything you need. So, I don't know. I love you guys, and I really appreciate you. And I don't know. I just look forward, as always, to continue to keep growing, to continue being here for y'all, and for y'all to continue to be here for me, and to us to continue to be in this space together, and to continue to grow, and to continue to evolve, and become more of ourselves, and continue to change the world through that. So, yeah, I don't know what comes next, but thank you. Like, truly, truly thank you. And, you know, words can never do it justice. So I hope when you guys listen to me that you guys are listening with your hearts too. Because, yeah, I feel like my heart is very clear. And, yeah, I just hope it translates and that you guys feel me, even if the words don't always, you know, register, or it may, whatever. I just hope you guys always feel me, because that's more important than anything. Yeah, I feel y'all. Thank y'all for being here. I'll see y'all soon. Be easy. Go love somebody.